Health Economics Outcome Research, Integration of Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare, organized by International Society for Pharmacoeconomics and Outcomes Research, India, Andhra Pradesh Regional Chapter, in association with International Society for Pharmacoeconomics and Outcomes Research, Raipur, India Student Chapter. Today we are going to have our first session by Dr. Venkateshan P. Sir, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy, Annamalai University. I'd like to invite him on to introduce our speaker.
Dr. Palanivel Venkateshan Sir, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy, Annamalai University, Tamil Nadu. Sir is currently working as Associate Professor at Annamalai University Department IQAC Coordinator. Sir has total of 21 years of teaching and research experience. Sir has completed PhD from Annamalai University. Sir has various national and international publications and books. Sir has 58 journals. Sir has written 3 books. Sir has 1 international patent grant, and Sir has received various awards. With this brief introduction, I would like to invite Venkateshan Sir to start the session.
Good morning. Last time, I am audible? Okay. So, I think first I thank the authorities for giving this opportunity to share my thoughts towards the AI role in pharmaceutical sciences, what way we are going to use and all the things. At the same time, I wish to congratulate the organizer to organize this specified topic is currently very vital role plays in this era, we call this era. So this 10 years going to be a vital applications of AI in pharmaceutical sciences, all the headings and all that. So I congratulate the organizers for choosing this kind of title for continuous education program to the students outside the curriculum. Apart from the curriculum, this kind of workshops definitely going to help you to equip with modern techniques what are available in the current scenario. With this, I go to my slides. So I have many slides. When you want to stop, you tell me, I'll stop. As you requested, since the students, I go to start with the basics. Actually, my session should be in the yesterday. Due to unavoidable situation, I am not able to come. So maybe some first 20 slides, very basic. What is meant by AI? Why you want to be AI in our studies and all this. This is my request. Be relaxed. First 20 minutes, you enjoy. Anything, any doubt you have, anytime you can ask me. So my title and my topic going to cover this kind of things. This is the outline of my talk. So, just to brief, some case studies I have. If some 5 or 6 case studies where they adopted in pharmaceutical sciences, that may be interesting. So, with this, I will complete my sessions for another 1 hour period of time. So, first, we are talking about artificial intelligence. It starts from 1940 onwards. The worldwide we called as John McCarthy as a father of AI worldwide. The Indian AI from Andhra Pradesh, father of Raj Reddy, Dr. Raj Reddy. He is the person we called as our AI father, Indian father. So these 2 persons played very important role. So when the AI started to initiate, when in the pharmaceutical sciences talk about quality, why the quality is essential in pharmaceutical sciences when it arises in 1950. The term quality by J.M. Juran, the person name is called as J.M. Jerome. He is from American. He wanted to be any products should be a quality, not a pharmaceutical. He is an automobile engineering person. He wanted to be quality product manufacturing. Japan invited him to come and teach us quality. The person went to Japan, started to incorporate the quality terminologies. From the Japan, some people came to take over the quality aspects. The name called as Ishikawa, the person. That person also involved in the quality products. At the time only that AI started in this artificial neural networks. They wanted to be a super systems like this. So 1952, now we are in 2023, almost 75 years. This artificial intelligence we are traveling. Before that also we started to work on artificial intelligence. I will show the timeline. But I wanted to tell you that one quote, AI not alternate to human being brain. So no need to worry about, no threat in that. So artificial intelligence is going to help enhance the performance of human brain. That's all. It's not an alternate to human brain. So that point at any time we should be remember, it's not going to alternate the human brain. So it is going to help enhance the performance of human brain. So these are the things. So what is meant by artificial intelligence? The branch of engineering science which deals with making of intelligent machine, especially intelligent computer programs like mathematical model, algorithms, neural network models, automations, optimizations. These all will be part of AI. These are models we wanted to do. In COVID time also, AI has a great potential time from drug discovery. How fast the drug discovery able to do with the help of these all tools, we able to provide a vital drugs repurposing. Hydrochloroquine we use as a repurposing. Then another one is our vaccinations without time delay we able to make it available in the market with the help of this AI tools. You are writing, yeah? Okay, thank you. So, what is our goals? Is to create expert system. Another one is to implement human intelligence in system. These are our goals. So, in use of AI, we have two goals. Okay, no problem, sir. Let me exchange. No problem. So, this is the goals. So, create expert system which is going to enhance my performance. So system in the sense, their methodology, their models or any programs. So this all will come to the picture to enhance my efficiency. So whatever it may be, that it is going to help. Another one is how can be better way of performing the human brain. That two are the main goal of AI. So what can do AI? So this diagram we can use AI in different kind of fields. Among this we can see these passions related things. We are going to discuss that part today. So we have all the downside is available. Big pharma and medical companies, patients and physicians and researchers. This point is our area. So the AI started to work from 1980 onwards widely in this field. 1980 onwards we are working in this field. In this we are going to discuss patient care. How can improve healthcare by use of AI tools. That is what our ultimate ideology. Next. So who are the big players? I think you know this. They are the players. Almost this all we have in our hand by any one kind of mobile phones, tab or apps, all the things. So these are the big players in this AI, artificial intelligence. Who are the big players? These are the big players. Next slide. So these are the, I think this no need to explain, just a timeline. So these are the timeline of AI from 1942 to, so as I said, from that to now 2020, how its generation is going on. Now our things are Chat GPT we have started to use. No? This era we are using 2022 Chat GPT, Google Gemini, many tools we are started to use. Image analysis, very accurate gamma AI, then many tools are AI tools are came. That is all we have started to use in the pharmaceutical sciences and medical sciences. So this Gemini is a current version. Anybody heard about Gemini? Gemini Pro. Okay. So even you can give your ECG, they will analyze and will give you a report. If you are giving your X-ray, then it will be analyzed and what is the cause, what is the maybe a treatment in that within a fraction of time. That will be very useful for physician to decision making how to treat and all the things. That's okay. Next slide. In healthcare, how the development is going is this is the what is going. Now we are 2019 onwards, discovery and development of drugs by using RNA, DNA mapping and all. The preclinical research, then what is the current scenario we are using is personalized medicines. So we are in the focus another yet to come within a few years. The personalized medicines, optimized dose for individual therapy is yet to come. It may be come with slight delay in our country, but very few years it will become worldwide. So in our country, due to the huge operations and very huge cost involved, it may delay further. But this era, this 20 years, we are going to develop the personalized medicine. I think era in the sense, we are in the fifth era. So 1970 onwards, we are in the passion care era. So the developments, whatever we are focusing is only the passion, welfare and healthcare development. So 1940 to 1970 industrialization era in pharmaceutical sciences. Everybody knows the history of pharmacy. That time many industrial tools, many industry come to the things. Now we are focusing last 40 years, we are focusing to develop the passion healthcare. So we are working on it to develop the passion care. This type of tools we are going to utilize in our patient to healthcare empowerment. The next. So this is the one. What is the without AI? With AI, how can you work better performance? So the computer program with AI can answer generic questions, whatever the questions. Not like a fixed one. That is one. That is what we want to tell. So without AI, whenever you are doing, it will be a very rigid one. So what is the program schedules? That program you have to follow. With AI, we can optimize and we can anytime flexible. We can work on it. More efficiency we can work by using of AI tools. That's what the idea is. Next. So why you want to use AI in our sciences, including health sciences? The reason is error minimizations. That is what we are in this. We are using the automations and optimization tools, algorithms, programs, machine learning, deep learning. Then we can minimize errors happening in pharmaceutical sciences, whoever it may be industry or it may be a hospital or treatment, the possibility is available. That is what the reason we are using AI in our healthcare development or tool. Next. So what are the types of AI are available? 3 types of AI available. The super intelligence is a smart system. The third one is it is a brain power which is more active than smart human brain. So whatever we are superior to human brain, it will work. This the super intelligence. The remaining things are AGI and ANI are similar to our human brain. It will also help to enhance, but this third one, artificial super intelligence, will be a higher grade of these things. So the 3 types of AI are available. Next one. So where this advantage, I am not going to indicate, just only what are the reasons we are using. The many advantages are available by using artificial intelligence, error minimization, difficult explorations, daily applications, digital assistants. So these all are we are using in our this artificial networks, intelligence, everything came into our mobile phones. So if you are searching anything, all the related advertisements will come into this artificial networks. So whatever this all the digitalizations happens, next slide. So then the repetitive tasks, medical uses in general, the no breaks, so no need to, so if human works 8 hour shift, we need to work some intermittent breaks we need to do, but this shortenizations and all, no need to do breaks, continuously you can work, no things are, rest is not, break not needed, increased technological growth rate also possible, these are the advantages. Next slide. No risk at all. So when you are a human being, is there any chances of risk happening, any harm to the human being? But that is now here not at all available. So the programs using this no risk available. Acts and aids. What are the 24 hours in the summer it may works. That limitless function. Any number of functions, any number of programs, any number of updations you can make it in that. So these are the things are advantages of AI in general. Next slide. Some disadvantages too. What are the disadvantages? It's a very expensive. So program writing, you need a specific skill or required person you need. No replicating humans. So that is replacing human is not possible. So that is without work together with the human brain only is possible. So there no improvement with the experience, no original activity will be provided. Then another unemployment one cost. Maybe it should reduce many number of staff required for the utility. These are the disadvantages. So AI has plenty of advantage, some disadvantages too. These are the disadvantages. Next slide. Next slide. So where we are using in healthcare, just a brief idea. So I think these are the places we are using in our health sciences to enhance the AI to promote or enhance health sciences. So just one picture I give where possibility to work. Next slide. Sir? Next. So now applications included in things just where they want I given here where the application in 10 applications are available. I can share the slides. If I am explaining, it may take time to things. Some examples I will explain here. I think now these are the 10 points where we already employed and we are using in current scenario. It's given here. Next slide. Please I share this with the authorities. You can share where you can use this. Next slide. So why it is AI used in the pharmaceutical sciences? Very essential because in the 21st century, 1.6 billion. Next slide. 1.6 billion of huge investment towards the pharmaceutical. So that is the reason 161 billion. We are using a huge investment in the pharmaceutical drug development. We are using. So with this use of AI, the chances of producing new drug discovery is very essential. Then also we can make it a good drug, clearing the preclinical as post-clinical research to give a quality drugs in the market. That is the reason the pharmacy wanted to use the things. The future of pharmacy may be providing of AI with the help of design the new drugs, the common delivering clinical trials within their minutes. So we are facing in the drug discovery, no industry is ready to work on drug discovery because of the failures happen in the clinical and pre-clinical studies. I think as a pharmacy students, you should know this. We are currently in the third manufacturer in the pharmaceutical sciences worldwide. Third manufacturer worldwide by quantity. Then, but we are not focusing on drug discovery. No industry is industries are ready to. Previously, many industries from invested huge amount to drug discovery process. Now, no industries are ready to. If they are working of 1 million drugs combinations, but getting 1 or 2 drugs come to the market, so that much drugs are not able to produce by new drug discovery. That is the reason, because we are not able to provide the scientific evidence to clinical and preclinical study non-toxicity producing. So that is the main lack of the pharmaceutical industries don't want to give new drug discovery. They wanted to go for repurposing existing molecule what is available in that. They wanted to upgrade it like structural changes, what is the possible to enhance the drug in a better way or repurposing. This is the why because the huge time taken for drug discovery, the huge cost involved in that also plays significant role. But the failures, if you consider more than 1 lakh drug, if they invested for drug discovery, work on it, only 2 or drugs comes in the market. That is the reason, very essential. So they wanted to use AI to minimize the errors happening in the preclinical and clinical. These are the general technology why we wanted to use in pharma industries. The current pharma environment is expensive and lengthy drug discovery cycle. Takes 12 years period, I think minimum 12 years period. Then the average cost research and development each drug is 2.6 billion. So this they wanted to reduce. That is the things we wanted to use AI in the number of incorporate the cost of failures, thousands of cancers, millions of compounds. We are not able to provide that drug to the market at the end because it is the failures happening in the prediction ability of the toxicity. The overall probability of clinical success is only 12%, less than 12%. You consider if they are working on 100 components, less than 12 components only able to provide clinical support. That is the reason we need to use this automated improved tools to predict the toxicity in the earlier stage. They may not be go with the formulations and all that. Cost effective management. That is the reason we wanted to use in AI in pharmacy in general. We will go to I think the same thing only. So the reasons I will tell you some places where they have adopted AI. Some pharmaceutical industries adopted the AI-based formulation techniques are already in the current market. So first one is Novartis use AI to predict untested component. Researchers should be explored and find new use. That is the thing. Then second thing is external and XR is using AI to develop drugs for glaucoma. They are using these drugs. AstraZeneca and Alibaba built AI patients with automated cancer diagnosis. Apple uses AI to screen the children for autism. Then GNS Healthcare and Genentech use AI to develop new cancer therapies. DeepSeek uses AI to productively find trial candidates. These are the things already existing usage. We'll come to our main topic. So these are the things we are using in why wanted to, what is meant by AI, where we can use AI, why you want to use AI, that's I said. So how much we are traveling AI, 70 periods we are using. You people, you know therapeutic drug monitoring, what was the important? So therapeutic drug monitoring involves the measurement of drug levels in the blood to ensure safe and effective. So when the drug is available, it's not meaning that it is effectively treating. So the right combination, right amount of drug it is available, that is called as bioavailability. Everyone is studying in our program. So how much drug is available in blood composition will decide the treatment efficacy. So that is the reason after administration we should know that how much quantity of drug present in our body. That drug, whether it is reaches to the toxic level or not, or whether the sufficient therapeutics window it is available to ensure the pharmacological activity. This identification is very essential in the therapeutic drug monitoring. So that is what we want to do. So that how can I determine that? I need some tools, automation, drug detection, diagnosis with the help of prediction modules, some systems, some concentration, some tests I need to perform. All together I can able to determine what is the amount of drug quantity it is available in that, then what is the treatment, whether the drug and body is able to adjust the metabolites, what is the percent in that, then how if the drugs is giving the therapeutic efficacy, if a sufficient quantity is producing, or drug interaction is there, or drug food interaction is there, everything can be monitored and determined by use of some programs, models, algorithms. That is called as therapeutic drug monitoring. So we wanted to use the measurement of drug levels in the blood ensure safe and effective dosing. Then another one is comes here, clinical toxicity. You know that drug and food may get sometimes interactions, may produce some oligomers, or drug may interact each other to produce oligomers. That oligomers responsible for undesirable characteristics. So nowadays we are able to see that many patients taking 2 or more drugs, joining or individually. Each drug may interact with other drugs, may produce some undesirable characteristics, not unwanted effects. That is due to some oligomers form. This all we need to determine. For that, what is the methodology we are adopting is called as therapeutic drug monitoring. So this is how we can use in this. I show the slides. So therapeutic drug monitoring is a process used to optimize the drug dosing. I think the terminology optimize everybody knows. I go anyway. Once again I will take that optimize. Optimizing which is the best level of dose that we need to identify. So even individually now, why the personalized medicine is required, I think everybody will accept it. Now this generation is, 5th generation is individualized medicine we need to incorporate, because some doses, what we are common doses, it's not always suitable for each and every individuals. So that is why we need to go with individual therapy. Very classical example, everybody will accept it, the cancer treatment. The drug mixing and the amount of drug given for the chemotherapy will be decided based on the individual. So if the common level, if we are giving, some people will get the toxic level reached, some people will get lesser quantity, insufficient treatment dose. So that all determination is very important. That is what this says. The TDM aims to ensure that patients receive the right dose at the right dose at the right time to achieve desired therapeutic activity. This point I want to explain somewhat why this therapeutic drug monitoring is very important. As I said, drug alone is not enough to treat. So how I can get a best treatment? The best treatment when I will get is the right amount of dose, right quantity of dose, right drug I am getting at the right point time at the right place. Which place you want to get? Okay. Then only that will be if effective dose you may get. So the right quantity of drug getting is very essential. So that is why this TDM is plays significant role. So the next use of AI in TDM has potential revolutionization is provision. How the drugs are monitored and prescribed because of algorithms can be trained and predict individual response to give drug based on the genetic data and medicinal history. So what we can do is individual programs, we can write the programs. I think they are not getting seats. Okay. So this one, the therapeutic drug monitoring is important to get a right treatment. So therapeutic drug monitoring is vital role to ensure the efficacy of the treatment. So that is very important. What are the importance in AI? What is the importance is improved precision. So that is AI enables more precise monitoring of drug levels in the body, aiding the personalized treatment. Then second thing is allows to real-time analysis of drug concentrations, leading to the immediate intervention in case of toxicity. Then enhanced predictions, AI can predict the potential drug interaction and adverse drug effects. The last one is facilitate personalized drug dosing. Each individual, how much drug is essential to give the treatment, it will be held. This is the fourth point we are going to work by AI enhancing the TDM. So this is also same only. And what are the tools used for that? To achieving the four importance. First one is automation. So implementing AI for automated process and tasks. Second thing is optimization. As I said, what is the possible I have? With that possible, I can calculate the best dose of that. So using AI to optimize operations and resource allocations. Then efficiency, enhancing efficiency in workflows and data management. This is what the fourth tool. Then insights, driving valuable insights from AI-driven analysis. What the AI-based data outlook comes, we have to incorporate. These are the four things will help to enhance the therapeutic drug monitoring results. So what is the real-time analysis? This picture will clearly indicate that what happening that once the patient administered or admitted in the hospital, given the drug, then we can monitor and determine how much of drug quantity is needed to give a best dose. Then dose tapering or dose enhancing is record will be decided by the AI-based data sets values. The physician will decide that whether he need increased dose or this dose tapering is record. So once the patient is administered, they will go for the higher doses. Then they will create the data sets by existing data, and they will make a fake resemblance data to analyze which data that is provide the best result of treatment. Based on that, dose requirement need to be reduced and we have to be accommodated in that dose. So this is what the ideology, the result I wanted. So AI is used to predicting drug interactions and adverse effects. I think in this I said that once the drug administered, sometimes the metabolite may comes. I think everybody knows what is metabolites. After administration, the structurally similar compound is converted into structural similar compound is called as metabolites. I think everybody knows this. So after administration, the drug will convert it into structurally similar compound by various of enzymes and receptor reacts. That product may produce pharmacological activity. I think it is all you know that in classical example is Sulindac. Sulindac is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. I think you know that if you are testing Sulindac in the laboratory, it will not possess any pharmacological activity. Sulindac, if you are testing in the lab, it won't possess any pharmacological activity. If you are taking a drug, it will possess the pharmacological activity. Why? Because Sulindac after administration converted into structurally similar compound that is called as metabolite. So like this, the drug, each and every drug, it is after administration, it is reacts with series of enzymes and receptors converting into structurally similar compound or compounds, other compounds. that may produce some toxic effects that need to be determined, identified to whether it is producing adverse effect. That is adverse effect is undesirable characteristics. We can name as undesirable or which is need produce adverse effects, that is unwanted effect it is producing harm to the human being, that is adverse effect. How it is produced? Because this is the process happening. Either it is reacts with drugs or food or insects or receptors. This need to be monitored. So when we are administering in the biological system how it's happening, we need some predictive model to understand that whether it is producing toxicity or not. That is what the AI plays significant role. So these three things are very important. Machine learning algorithms that programs this kind of drugs and food, whether it is suitable to each other, we have to decide. Then real-time monitoring after administration, what are the changes happening in the biological system, you need to be monitored. Anything undesirable characteristics, you have to find out what is the remedy you need to immediately you have to think it over that. This how can be possible? That can be possible by using AI based LCMS and hyphenated technique. Not only LCMS, hyphenated techniques will be available in the healthcare facilities. So these two coupled, we can determine what type of changes happening in our biological system can be determined. So anything undesirable characteristics happening, we can correct it. Then what is the antidote or what is the remedy we need to perform? We will go with this. This is the ideology of therapeutic drug technology. So I think this schematic diagram will give you the idea of AI powered predictive analysis of prevention clinical practices. So something, this all coupled together, this all analysis of quality data sets we need. Based on the quality data will be some automation programs will give the improved benefits. This is what working. Simple. Your data results will be getting as a graph or database or chromatogram or LCM spectra or IR spectra, whatever the data sets coming out from your study will be connected with the algorithms and automation process will give the best output. Best output based on that. So this is the beneficial outcome we are going to get. This is not the predictive system. Some here I will show the one example here. This is the literature we taken from the published articles. The potential applications of AI in assisting clinicians with the treatment decisions. See, AI what going to take? It is clinical clinicians, who is the physician, take the decision based on the results given by the app. I think I will show one more slide. Apollo Pharmacy. Now all big hospitals, multi-specialty hospitals, they have their own AI-based system to design. So when they are not able to design, two or more options available. I think you know that multi-criteria decision making. When you don't have only one option is that we have to go one only. So when you have two or more options, which is best, you need to select one. That is called as multi-criteria decision making. The physician sometimes may fall in that. So what type of treatment I can go with this? Have plenty of methodology is there. Then you need this kind of AI tools to which kind of decision I can take in this. So this is what the thing is. A study conducted by Yang et al. Where the utilized the patient's expression data training ML was successfully predicted the response of chemotherapy. I think you know what is the chemotherapy, which stage will be given. I think the cancer patients will be given in the second to third stage. We will be administered chemotherapy depending upon their conditions. So in this study, the authors included 175 cancer patients, incorporating their gene expression profiles to predict the patients' responses to various standard of the chemotherapies. Notably, the research showed that encouraging outcomes achieving a prediction accuracy up to 80%. So what is the output is They taken a survey and taken a patient of 275 and create a database algorithm. When the patient comes with this kind of cancer treatment, which type of dose, how much dose I can give, they develop the programs. Based on the program now, many situations it is fall into 80% of correct doses is correct. So without AI, if you are able not to achieve these things, that is the usage of AI. Only 175 version. We think that worldwide only 175 data they are taken and creating one mathematical model. This model output gives some doses. This doses is enough to give best treatment of cancer. So that they are following. By this, what they are attending is finding of demonstrate the promising role in the AI in the treatment of response predictions. So how much dose can be given, this much severity of patients. So one we have studied another one database. In another study, antidepressant. I think you know many people suffering from depressions. So what they wanted to ask the antidepressant using electronic health records, EHR, they may call us EHR. So approximately 70,556 patients of AI, they taken into the consideration to provide the mathematical model, create algorithm how to treat the antidepressant conditions. The AI was considered in future predictive treatment selection of minimizing, confounding the factors show good prediction performance. So this EHR database, will guide you to how to treat the patients with effectively. So the existing data, it is creating a mathematical model. If the patient is coming with this criteria, then how can we easily will treat it with the dose optimization? That's what methodology is applicable. This is the second one. Another one example, predicting drug-drug interaction in our body conditions. How can we determine? The PDM is using machine learning algorithms to predict the drug-drug interaction by analyzing large data set of patient data. These algorithms can identify potential drug interaction. This can help to reduce the risk, adverse reactions, and cost, improve patient's outcome. I think many times the albendazole. One example I will tell you that we are facing when the samples come to our lab, when we are performing albendazole with any other drugs manufacturing with the magnesium stearate, we are getting some drug-drug interactions. So that means albendazole and magnesium stearate does not fit each other. So that is not inert material. Magnesium stearate not an inert material with albendazole. So when you are taking albendazole, you should not take other medicines. This can be found out by the testing in laboratory. So this kind of set of data will be generated and stored in the automation system like hyphenated systems based on the machine learning programs. So that programs, whenever the patient comes with similar kind of things, it will give a suggestion. You should not give this drug to along with these drug conditions. So this is the ideology is help to provide the better treatment or methodology. So another dose optimization. So that is already I said that dose optimization is the right amount of dose giving is very, very essential. Previously I said that the chemotherapy, I think chemotherapy chemo is very, very essential to give the right amount of dose. If you are giving an excess dose, it may be a toxic level it reaches. If you are not giving insufficient dose, it will not get a therapeutic activity. Thus, the leveraging of AI algorithms, healthcare products, optimize the medication dosages, tailor the individual patients. So, depending upon individual patient, how much dose can be given will be tailored that based on drug mixing. That is why chemotherapy is not readily quantitative drugs are available in the market. So ready quantity of cancer patient, the chemotherapy will be given at the time of treatment by drug mixing, depending upon this type of programs to determine how much dose is sufficiently give the therapeutic activity. So that is what this is the example. So then, what are the drug informations maybe give the assistance to the physicians. So for example, you know that thalidomide. Many people are know that thalidomide, what is the teratogenetic effects. So in future generations are suffered. So lots of often will be severe gastrointestinal side effect. This type of information, updated information will be available in based of automation system. The medical information is very much available, then the consultation will be very easy to the physicians to identify and treat the disease. That is what this AI would be place a new support system to assist the practical decision making tool to healthcare providers. So when they are prescribing a drug, combination of drug choosing based on the drug interaction index, the drug index. So we have plenty of softwares are available now. So these all will guide us to enhance these treatment consultations. That is what the ideology. Establishment of guidelines, frameworks. So the AI may generate guidelines to how to treat kind of patients. Any kind of disease becomes how to treat the patients. What are the basic information we need to get? This all will help us to identify which type of category patients come. Then how can we get the treatment guidelines? This all will be created by automatic programming like machine learning algorithms. So that is what it is going to help us to creating a guided protocols. So this what is the power of AI in the things is the patient healthcare also create better way to treat. That is what is the digital assistance use of AI application, chat box, sounds, then music systems, then some informations to the patients. We can pass on to them very effectively to the better treatment of patients may be possible by giving this type of AI tools like chatbots, then digital assistants. So this also plays important. There's one more thing is several studies showed effectiveness accessibility using web-based, internet-based cognitive behavior that they call as CBT, psychotherapy interventions. So these all the music systems will help the patients to enhance the treatment very faster methodology. This is what happening in our usage of this. This one slide will help you to understand how the analytical instrument, then our viable hospital instruments can be linked together. A software named LIMS. This LIMS software, the LIMS software may produce the vital role to interlinking all the equipments, to produce better pharmacological activity responses. How can get it there? So that means it may be in many places of your instrument. The same hospital or different hospital or different venue, all together automated software can be linked together to get a better output. So whatever your CT, one place will be a ECG, one place will be one LCMS sample, then one place will be a diagnostic lab. All together we can get it in one place to get this software name called as LIMS. This is based on AI tool, created a software. This it no need to be in one premises. Even it may be in one place here, another place may be in Tamil Nadu, everywhere. That only the software, if you are installed in a both place, then it will be automatically, it will be useful to connect the thing. So with this 5 examples I have in my lab, what happened is this, with this I finance. The patient, first one is 32 years old male was admitted to the hospital with altered mental status, nausea, signs and renal dysfunction. So when initially the patient comes to the hospital, 32 years old, he have the sickness, mental status are altered, nausea, vomiting and the nausea is the signal. Then the patient reported accidentally ingesting a liquid he suspected to be antifreeze, but he doesn't know whether what he taken and all the things he suspected. Then what we have to do is we have to collect the blood and the plasma samples. So blood sample and urine sample we need to collect. So first blood sample and urine sample are collected to the patient, analyzing using a lip soft test together. One places will be a mass, one places will be a LCMS, another place will be NMR to identify which structure is on the hormone. So the patient doesn't know what he do, what he is not able to explain exactly what type of things he taken. But what we have to do initially, the physician will be trying to treat the better way. So we need to identify which kind of functional group present, maybe what kind of drug is present in that. This determination is significantly made by LCMS, hyphenated technique, LCMS. So the liquid chromatography coupled with mass will give the what are the chemical component separation sites, what are the chemical components present in that. The automated systems may have that if it is maybe these are the possible structure. Then NMR data will confirm that this is which type of drugs. So then mass spectra will also help us to identify which kind of drug it is. Then based on that, the physician will give a treatment. See what happens. LCMS analysis confirm the presence of toxic metabolites including glycolic acid and oxalic acid. So the patient doesn't know that what is the chemical compound in that. We get to know that by using this kind of tools, oxalic acid as well as glycolic acid present in that. So then immediately the physician started to take that. The patient received the intravenous ethanol and the fomepizole maybe inhibit the formation of toxic metabolites. So the toxic metabolites due to this is happening. Immediately the antidote drugs are prescribed based on this. Then continuously the therapeutic drug monitoring whether the oxalic acid and glycolic acid level come to the trace level that we need to provide the treatment. So whatever we are giving with ethanol and fomepizole till the dose is come to the non-toxic level, that the period we need to give the drugs. So this is one example. Example, 42 years old male was admitted into the hospital with complaints and dizziness, blood division and abdominal pain. So 3 complications he came, but further investigation the patient discovered the accidental consumption of homemade alcoholic beverages. Accidental or by person name took homemade alcoholic beverages. Then we can conclude what is that. Alcohol may be any kind of alcoholic functional group present compound may present. Again the same scenario, we need to collect blood, urine samples, then analyze the plasma, we need to separate, then we need to go for hyphenated techniques and automated methodology. So the chromatographic separation help us to identify what is the compound present in that. We get to know that methanol content is present in that. So methanol, I think methanol poisoning will be very serious. So that methanol poisoning we need to be treated with the properly treated with intravenous ethanol. We need to give that to suppress the methanol content and remove that, which is the methanol level which is lesser to non-toxic level. Till that we need to give the intravenous ethanol to treat the patient's methanol metabolism. When it completely taken, till that methodology we need to continue. then when it's methanol concentration is lesser than non-toxic level, then we need to give the intravenous methanol. The next one case is 4 years old child was brought to the hospital with complaints of abdominal pain, loss of appetite and irritability. With this example I conclude as the organizers. The child, without knowing that what is the problem she faces the abdominal pain, loss of appetite and irritability. Then the child caregivers reported living in an old house with the chipping of paints. I think they can conclude that maybe he taking the paints peel out from the wall may be consumed. With this, the analysis and optimization algorithm suggests that and LCM was analyzed that the presence of elevated lead levels. Lead levels are too high level, toxic level, it is present in the body of child. So then immediately what kind of treatment he need to give will be automatically suggested by the AI tool that HML provided the accurate sensitive detection of lead in the pediatric patient's blood, enabling early identification of lead poisoning, that hospital promptly initiated intravenous lead exposure mitigation of EDTA solution. Lead we how to eliminate the EDTA. So that will be suggested by AI. So based on the lead content present in our body, how much EDTA treatment you need to give will be suggested by the AI based program. Then till that you need to go with the EDTA compensations. Then you need to be discontinue the EDTA and continuously you can monitor the patient whether it is chances of reoccurring of lead poisoning if withdrawal of EDTA treatment. That is also you need to think. I think I have plenty of slides in the examples. So slowly we have to go with one by one applications point of view. Some example I will take that and go to the this. So this one I think I think it looks like a human abdomen. This is like gastro plus. See, it's a gastro plus. It's a equipment AI-based system developed to simulate our human models. So biological pharmacokinetic models can be developed. This is called gastro plus software instruments similar to our things we can work. Then another one, brain chip. It is happened already. So it is working on the brain chip. It is performing in the better way to treat the disease. So those who are not able to correlate that things together, old age people may give it this chip on the brain will work at very well. Then another one is, one example is, this happened in Tamil Nadu. The award-winning mobile app program developed by Tamil Nadu e-governance agency, helping the government hospital to identify the cataract patients. So just a mobile app, by clicking that whether they are having a cataract or not will be identified and treat. This gives 98% of 91% of accuracy and many people are treated. Then another one example is, this is happened in tuberculosis, happened in our Mumbai. So Mumbai, India, Mumbai in 2002, the civic health officials found that artificial intelligence-based software detected tuberculosis in some months before the disease told. They wanted to count approximately 3,000 people are identified, non-symptomatic people identified as a tuberculosis, the chances of getting, then they will be treated well. Then this one, I complete that Apollo creating a CIE app. This app is going to help the physicians. It is completed having 3,300 conditions, 800 symptoms covering 95% of treatment based. The perfect treatment task in places. In Apollo hospitals, whatever the conditions they identify once diagnosis, they will update the system. If it is falling the 1300 conditions, automatically treatment will be suggested by the software itself. So what type of treatment you need to follow, how can we adapt it? This will be available in Apollo. Mir also now started. So this multi-specialty hospitals now they are going to this. The geriatric care. I think you know geriatric care. The many people are Parkinsonism disease they are having that are named called geriatric. That it is also Australia, the geriatric patients will be treated by geriatric app. So then how they will be the drug medicines all will be tailored and optimized by use of geriatric app. No problem. This example I will conclude this sessions. If you want, you can call me and I will show my last slide. This time. This one number, my ID. If you want any clarification the related optimization and automation softwares, AI programs, you can anytime you can ask me.
So any participant, if you are having any doubts, please raise your hand. Mic will be passed on to you. Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to request Pradeep Kumar sir and Sujit sir to facilitate our resource person. I request Venkatesh sir to come over the dais. We are going to have a second session by Dr. Mohan Birla sir, Professor and Head, Pharmacy Practice, Sri Ramchandra Institute of Higher Education and Research. Sir is going to discuss on elevating healthcare outcomes through the integration of clinical pharmacists in pharmacotherapy decision making with a focus on artificial intelligence. I'd like to invite Hima to introduce our speaker.
Dr. Mohan Birla sir, M.Com PhD, Professor of Pharmacy Practice, is a highly experienced and accomplished professional in the field of pharmacy practice and pharmaceutical care. Sir is currently serving as a Professor of Pharmacy Practice at Sri Ramchandra Faculty of Pharmacy in Chennai. Sir has dedicated last 22 years to advancing the field with his expertise and international exposure. Sir completed his graduation, post-graduation and doctorate from Annamalai University. Sir holds various memberships in esteemed professional bodies such Great Britain, Commonwealth Pharmaceutical Association, Association of Pharmacy Teachers of India, and Indian Pharmaceutical Association. Further, Sir has set a benchmark for community pharmacies by developing a unique model that offers a wide range of services to attract customers. His innovative approach and dedication to providing exceptional patient care has established him as a role model in the field. So, with this brief introduction, I will invite Mohan Singh Billa sir to start the session.
Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Mohammed from the Ramandra Institute of Higher Education and Research. I am delighted to be here. I thank the organizers, I thank Ispor, I thank the principal of writers and Ravi Kumar sir, and all the students who is participating in this conference. Right. The title of my talk is Elevating Healthcare Outcomes through the Integration of Clinical Pharmacy. That means most of you here, I think, are pharmacy students, right? Most of you, can you raise your hands? Overall pharmacy students. I think majority of almost all are heads. And then you are in the right place. Purposes in pharmacotherapy decision making. While in the treatment, you need to follow certain rules. Okay? You need to follow guidelines, some protocols. All these things will help you to achieve the treatment goal. Okay? So now we need to incorporate artificial intelligence into our decision making, which will help for our treatment, and then it will help in decision making in order to save the time, in order to save the economic burden, and the hospital will be equipped with more precise equipment. So, as a clinical pharmacist, why do we want to learn artificial intelligence? It is another disciplinary. So why do we want another disciplinary? Because it is giving an updated thing and help to make our decisions during our process. So most of you are clinical pharmacists, going to become a clinical pharmacist here. I like to ask you something. What do you mean by the word you are getting the title doctor? What do you mean by doctor? You will become doctor of pharmacy, right? So what do you mean by doctor? You can take clinic and you work like a doctor, that's called a physician, and you treat a patient for minor ailment. Is it so? Or you will be placed after your internship as a medical officer in some place, and you will practice as a mini doctor. Is it so? Is it like that? How many of you agree that you want to become a doctor? How many of you? Actually, it is not so. Doctor, the sentence, the word means you are an expert. You will become an expert in your medication, in your therapy, whatever the practice we are making, you will be called as expert. Doctor means it is not that physician, it is that you will become an expert in your field. That means doctor of what? Pharmacy. You will become doctor of pharmacy. Whatever related to the pharmacy, we should be an expert. So it is not the meaning that you will become a doctor means physician. We should not put our nose in some other job. So you will become an expert in the drugs. So the people who need some information or opinion or decision making opinion from your side. If you are an expert, then you will have a good future. How you will have a good future? We should know what are the fields that is being practiced elsewhere, outside our country, in developed countries. As I travel in many countries, what are all the clinical pharmacy practice is being performed in other places. So, we need to look into the place where the practice is in highest standard. We have to develop to that condition, and we should be able to cope up with all the subject knowledge related to your field. So when you go and study a subject called pharmacotherapy, the therapy today is not there tomorrow. It is not a fixed one. Found that that's a parasite drug is not going to be used for COVID, then we dropped out everything. We had enough source of hydroxychloroquine. Then in the world, everyone started looking at India. So then after 2 weeks we came to know that it is going to be no use. Then we dropped it. Okay? So the therapy today may not be a therapy tomorrow. So we need to be updated. From older version to newer version called artificial intelligence. Why artificial intelligence? Whatever you ask is going to give answer. And you get the answer. For example, that you are using some tools like Perplexity, ChatGPT, all this, you put an input and it will give you output. The problem is if the input is not correct, the output will be a disaster. So, if we are not very good with the English, what the ChatGPT is going to understand, then you get a wrong answer. Okay? So, ChatGPT, if at all you are giving any reference, if you want a reference for anything, it will give you an excellent reference. Have anyone tried that ChatGPT? Students, you are familiar with that? Okay, I can see some hands rising. I think you are all familiar with that. Okay. If you use ChatGPT and you ask a reference, it will give a reference of model, but it is not a reference. If you go and check that reference in the website, whether this type of paper exists or not, it will not be there. So if you put the reference from that side, then it will be a blender from your side. So it has so many restrictions. It will give you so many restrictions and you may get misguided. Okay. So as a clinical pharmacist in decision making, we need to adopt artificial intelligence in our practice. It's not that you will become an engineer. As I said, you will become a doctor or physician. You will not become a computer engineer after learning artificial intelligence. You need to learn whatever the things which will be useful for your career. So we need to incorporate artificial intelligence into our decision making, which will help for further precision decision making. Pharmacotherapy is the use of medication to keep good diseases and improve patient health outcomes. We are using pharmacotherapy incorporated AI, which will give you a good outcome. And clinical pharmacists contribute to optimizing pharmacotherapy by delivering treatment plans to meet patient needs and maximize therapeutic benefits while minimizing the risk. Okay. So what the artificial intelligence will do in the healthcare, it will help our routine work in the hospital. Okay. We will all will be directed to such kind of incorporated artificial intelligence. Next. Now we will go into the integration of clinical pharmacy and artificial intelligence that I discussed. Synergy in expertise. Integration of clinical pharmacies and AI combines human expertise in pharmacotherapy with the analytical power of AI algorithms. So it will work in a way that already the input has been given. For example, there is a company called Amazon. If you work in that, the queries asked from the customers will be keep on logged into the system. Okay. There will be n number of queries. For example, if you are answering 1,000 queries in a day, how many queries you will be answering in 5 years? There will be millions of queries will be answered. So all these answers will be taken as a data for input. Okay. So when we come to a saturation point, the same query will be asked from the customer repeatedly. So all the repeated questions will be having the same answer. So the same answer with the order ID and other things, it will incorporate those things as a result of artificial intelligence. You get an answer, it will be chat mode, and it will give you immediate reply based on your order. That it gives you enhanced decision making. Clinical pharmacists can leverage AI-driven decision support to access vast amounts of patient data. As I told you, as so many queries in Amazon, we give you the same answer, right? So when there are so many queries related to the same ideology, then you get the same answer. The answer will be fed into artificial intelligence database. Then optimize medication management. We can optimize based on the genomic factors and the recent pharmacogenomic. You need to optimize your dose. For example, there are two doses of ibuprofen available, right, in the market, 200 and 400, and another high dose 600 and 800 extra extended release will be there. Okay. Besides this 200 and 400, your gene pattern will be very much effective with 190 milligram of ibuprofen. So your therapy will be optimized and you will be given a dose of 190 milligram instead of regular 200 milligram. Regular 200 milligram has passed all the clinical trials and everything, and it is in the market for 2-3 decades, and we are changing the dose with the help of your gene pattern. Okay. Next. Then predictive modeling, it gives greater accuracy, therapy enhancing patient safety and treatment efficacy. Efficacy and scalability, you can see how precise the medication given is. Then AI-driven data analysis in pharmacotherapy. Next. It will help you for data integration, pattern recognition, and personalized treatment plans. As I told you, based on your genomic pattern, you have a personalized treatment plan. Your dosage will be changing. Then here is lesson of this. So, if the patient is going to get a cardiac arrest based on your triglyceride level, if the triglyceride level for the past 3 months is going to be elevated, based on this data, you will have a risk assessment. There will be risk assessment in your database. Whatever the data that being incorporated into the health record, then it will give you the risk assessment. Your BMI value, waist circumference, and the triglyceride level, LDL level, and your height, weight, all together put into a score level which will give you a health risk. Maybe they will predict that this person may suffer a massive heart attack after 6 months. So, what is the treatment decision? We will start a low dose of aspirin and to treat the triglyceride level. We need to treat the triglyceride level as soon as possible so that it will not elevate and diet plans and other plans will help. Then, for continuous learning, as I told you, if we fix our mind on today's treatment, tomorrow the treatment will change and we will keep following the same thing. So, continuous professional development, CPD, is very much necessary for our profession. Okay. CRP is not there. The license of your professional practice will not be renewed in the future. That kind of system is available everywhere, all in developed countries. For example, in Middle Eastern countries, if you have your license as a pharmacist, as a physician, or any healthcare practitioner, okay, how long it will be valid? It will be valid for only 1 year, not more than 1 year. Okay. What happens after 1 year? If my license is expired yesterday night, I am not legally allowed to practice today. Okay. So if the license is given for life, then you can practice until our death, right? But in developed countries, healthcare practice is not in this way. You need to redeem, you need to show your fitness, you need to show the continuous medical education for further to continue to practice as a pharmacist or physician. There is no exception for any healthcare worker. What happens if you did not renew? If you did not renew and if you continue to practice as a pharmacist and anything goes wrong, then you will be liable for that. If any authority is coming for checking of your film, then if your license is not renewed, you will be punished by law. Not a normal punishment, it will be a heavy punishment. The license not renewal will lead to Indian rupees 20 lakhs fine. How much fine we get if we dispense a medicine in a community pharmacy without your license? That means a lay person, any HSC graduate student is dispensing a medicine in the pharmacy, community pharmacy. What will happen? How much fine? What is your expectation? How much fine you need to pay? 5,000? 50 rupees. 50 rupees. If the fine is 50 rupees, as per the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, what will happen? If the drug controller is coming and asking you where is your license, he said, I don't have license. Okay. So what the drug controller should do? He has to charge him a fine of 50 rupees. Okay, she will write a challan and give 50 rupees fine. Then the person who is practicing without a pharmacist license, madam, move away. I need to check another customer. Your amount 50 rupees will be paid. You can take it from the cashier. Okay, this is the situation will happen. If it is 20 lakhs, what will happen? He will close the pharmacy and run away. No other option. Okay? It is not a joke, it is in practice. If you dispense a paracetamol, 100 milligrams, one split or 2 tablets to any person in Middle Eastern country, you will be facing a charge of 50,000 Arab Emirates dirham, that is 20 lakhs you will pay. Okay? If the fines are heavy, then there won't be any violation. That is why our profession in our country is suffering and other country is flourishing. Right? So, what is the difference? You need to have a continuous medical education, you need to have your license renewed, and there is an insurance by mistake. There are humans at the end of the day, right? By any mistake happens while our practice, it will be covered under an insurance called malpractice. So the malpractice insurance will cover up to 2 million of their currency. That means it will be around 4 crores will get. The person who suffered a severe injury or loss will get up to based on their injury. Okay. So if our practicing level is not going up to that level, they are adapting to the new technology, they will change. Our law is not changed since 1947. We will have a change, and we don't have a proper OTC list, but still it is practiced. And we have a OTC list, but we have a lot of hindrance to apply the over-the-counter list, which a pharmacist can really dispense based on the minor ailment symptoms. So, in this way, the pharmacist can make decisions and he can practice his pharmacy profession in a more freedom way. Okay? So, don't think to become a quack packer. Okay? So, you will be having a stuff on your subject knowledge, and this subject knowledge will help you to flourish further. Look the place where it is being practiced is highest standard. Enhancing medication safety and adherence. We need to enhance the medication safety is our duty, and adherence will be as a result of the patient counseling. We counsel the patient properly. I have seen your patient counseling video in the beginning. I think the actors are here. Overall, the people acted in that film. Your seniors are here. Form the students, right? The movie created by form the students. Okay, congratulations. It was very good. So the adherence will be as a result of patient counseling, effective patient counseling. Then risk identification. Need to, as a result of using artificial intelligence, can identify the risk which will be preventable in the future. Then predictive analysis also possible for enhancing medication safety. Then personalized interventions. Need to look into the cases of the patient. No need to look every group and corner. The artificial intelligence will suggest you take care of this reading, take care of this reading, all the reading. You need to look further and make personalized interventions. Then real-time monitoring is possible with the help of wearables like wear a smartwatch that will continuously monitor your heartbeat, and there are some patches, transdermal patches. The transdermal patches will be incorporated in the dermis of the patient, and it will be in your shoulder or where there is no hair growth. You will put it there for continuous monitoring of the blood glucose level in the body. If you monitor continuously, you know where the patient's blood glucose level is increasing, when it is decreasing. That means when he needs to work out further and when he needs to take his next meal. Okay? This will be the indicator. Okay? As a result of this, how will you identify? This will be continuously synchronizing with Bluetooth and the device in your hand. This transdermal patch will be kept in your body for another 2 weeks. You can have an excellent graph that will show you which time of the day your blood glucose level, patient blood glucose level is increasing, which time is decreasing, even in the midnight. You will be keep on monitoring elevation and depression of the blood glucose level in the body. So you can optimize your treatment. That reduce the dose of metformin, you can reduce the dose of other diabetic medications. Then you can optimize yourself. You know when to work out, you know how much to take a food, what are the food is giving you elevated blood sugar. So these are all the benefits. And patient engagement, promoting adherence and empowering them, they can actually roll in that. Yeah, to help you. What are the challenges and considerations? Data privacy and security. When your answers are being loaded into the system, databases, master databases, your privacy will be breached and ethical concerns will be in place. Whenever there is an opinion, there should be a informed consent should be taken from the patient to be in a safe side. Next. Then regulatory compliance. All the data of this is being fed into the artificial intelligence system to be having regulatory compliance. Interoperability issues, integrating AI technology with the existing healthcare system, electronic health record airports, interoperability challenges, recurring standardization, and seamless integration protocol. Interoperability means there is changes in the and whether it is MI, stable or non-stable, it can be detected by comparing the troponin level and the ECG factors. So, optimizing drug utilization. AI-driven drug utilization system can analyze prescribing patterns, identify inappropriate medication. It can identify inappropriate medication. That means you don't need to go and check all the prescriptions. If the prescriptions are electronically generated, if it is incorporated with AI, it will give the result. This and this are duplicate medication. Okay, this while monoamine actually the inhibitor is there are so many side effects causing medication which can be as a result of polypharmacy. It may be prescribed and it can be easily detected. No need to approach a drug information center or any other old versions of the practice. It can be incorporated into the AI system which will be. But the problem is it may reduce the professional involvement. That professional involvement cannot be a barrier for everyone and it should be interpreted with the professionals. Okay. Describing the algorithm, whatever the data we get, you need to describe based on the result, you will give the decision making process. Cost effectiveness of analysis. You can compare the cost of the drugs which is prescribed and it will give the cheaper version or better version of the drugs which will be more effective. Population health management, patient education and engagement, and personalized medicine and precision pharmacotherapy. And it is that will help you for the gene pattern which is going to be a feature of the pharmacy which will give you the precise medicine for every patient. The genomic data analysis AI can analyze genomic data to identify genetic variations that impact drug metabolism and response enabling personalized medication selection and dose adjustment. As I told you, the adjustment, for example, for drugs, many drugs can have an adjustment in their dose. Then biomarker identification. What is the biomarker for the renal disease? Check elevated creatinine. If the creatinine is a toxic substance in our body, it is not. Creatinine is not toxic. When the creatinine is elevated, that is the biomarker for the renal disorder. Okay? As such, we need not eliminate creatinine from our body. It is the biomarker that gives the delayed elimination of the other products in the disease. So creatinine is the gold standard to check the renal function. Next. the genetic information, clinical parameters, predictive modeling also possible. We can help for the development of the guidelines. The integrated treatment plans also possible with the integration of the artificial intelligence into the and real-time monitoring, as I told you, transdermal devices and the wearables like the smart watches and export. In the field of clinical trials and drug development, drug discovery will help. No need to check all the data. In silico method will give you a predictable answer. What are the activities that this drug may have? So we can go on the screening of only that particular which is given as a result of the previous data. All the data will be loaded into the database. From that database, if you give a chemical structure of the compound, then you get the what are all the possible activities. You have n number of possible activities. So you want to check only one activity. Why you want to check only one selected activity? Because of the demand. Okay. You want to have a chemotherapeutic agent which will help for the cancer treatment. So if you find a chemical compound that is having anti-cancer therapy, so you go for screening of anti-cancer therapy. If you screen for anti-cancer therapy, if positive, you get the drugs for further level. If negative, you go with the drug and go for selecting of the new drug. Target identification. With the data available in the web, you will identify where is the prevalence of the disease. Then you can go and conduct your trial in that particular place. Where the cholera is epidemic, where the other disease, dengue, common, what are the other diseases, where is the malnutrition. If the malnutrition is more in some places, you can go and make your study in only that place. That will help for making a study and this clinical trials are possible. Next. Then outcome prediction. It can help you to predict what are the outcomes. Next, it will list you some outcomes that will be more suitable for this decision making. Next. Real world evidence, as we discussed these things, electronic health records, wearable devices, this can be helping for the continuous monitoring. Next. Telepharmacy and remote patient monitoring is possible. If a patient is giving a feedback, based on this feedback, you can make a counseling to the patient and help for their treatment remotely. If you are unable to shift the patient, for example, geriatric patients, during the palliative care, you can give to the caretaker direct treatment. Next. Medication management. Next. Remote prescription verification. You can verify the prescription and you can just for a repeat prescription if all the parameters, other parameters are patient monitoring. Improve access to care. You can give immediate care. Instead of transferring a patient from home to the hospital, you can just help them in order to get not to get more deterioration. Okay? You transfer a patient, for example, ILD patient, if interstitial lung disease, this is a new pattern of lung scarring. If this disease is in progress, the patient will die in 3 years. Maximum lifespan is 3 years. If the patient is diagnosed with ILD, from the time of the disease initiation and the patient death will be within a time span of 3 years. If you maintain other parameters, for example, we should maintain the progress of the disease. We should not allow the patient to get the lung deteriorate more. Okay? If the patient is exposed to any dust allergy, there may be cough production and the lung function may be more worsened. So the disease will be progressing as a result of exposing to the environmental factors. If the patient is monitored under one place, that is at home, with continuous oxygen therapy, like oxygen concentrator or oxygen speaker, with the therapy of one drug, which will control the interstitial lung disease progress. So these type of things can be possible if we get the data from the patient and if we reach the right way. Ethical and social implications, patient privacy and data security should be monitored. Ethical considerations ensuring patient privacy and data security by collecting, storing and analyzing. Ethically, should take a consent to store their data. Equity and access will be very important for all the patients. Transparency and accountability will be accountable for this one. So that will be lacking. This is the one of the ethical and social implications. Next. Informed consent. We need to take an informed consent that the patient data will be released for the trial. Because it is affecting the privacy. Professional responsibility. As a healthcare professional, you need to maintain the responsibility and you should not breach the code of conduct in reviewing the patient data. What are the global perspectives and healthcare systems? When we see the advanced countries, they have adopted many technologies which will be helpful for decision making. Regional variations in healthcare systems also vary for this one. Healthcare resource allocation. If we know that dengue is very common in one place, so the data is already available. So the allotment of the medication to particular places, if any prevalence of disease, that particular medication will be at place. Cultural and socio-economic factors, also cultural beliefs. Somebody believes that some superstitious beliefs and cultural barriers and so many other things will be varying from place to place. Regulatory landscape. The regulatories are varying from one place to another. Collaboration and knowledge exchange is possible with AI. If I have the knowledge, and this will be useful for other people. If I have the knowledge and I share it, for example, if the publication is online, and this will help for decision making of other researchers. And it helps for patient education and empowerment. You can give a separate app for your hospital. Through this hospital, you can send continuous messages and helping for the patients using the system and help following the medication regime, and we can have a continuous monitoring. Medication understanding. Some people have shown a documentary, their understanding is the problem and it is rectified after getting an area. And fair decision making, educated parents are empowered doing the preferences as questions and collaborate on treatment plan. Can change the treatment plan at any time as a result of any area. Health literacy is very important. Even the person may be a district collector, he has passed the civil services and so many academic achievements are many things. When you compare with medical literacy, it will be poor. He has some sort of fluctuation among these parts. Okay? For example, during COVID time, they have said the 3M mask should be sold for 20 rupees. 3M N95 mask. You are all aware about that mask, right? What is that N95 mask? It is a particulate filter. You filter very minute micron particles which is used for filtering during many procedures where the powder particles are suspended in the air. So that can be an allergy. So look at the government order issued. Government order DO is issued to sell this N95 mask at 20 rupees. You know the cost of the mask? The cost of the mask from the company is 180 rupees. So the understanding of the health secretary, from the government officials, they have passed the civil service examination, but medical literacy is very low. So their advisor is not to the mark during the COVID time. They are not having a proper communication. As a result, they have given a few marks that N95 mask should only be sold for 20 rupees. How come a person is buying a mask for 180 rupees and selling it for 20 rupees? Not at all possible. This is the classification of the medical literacy. And support. And it can help you for reduce the healthcare cost. Prolonged treatment will reduce the. If the prolonged treatment is not required, and we need to stop the medication when then required. For example, anastrozole is prescribed with every prescription, not with every patient. Every prescribed will have a proton pump inhibitor or something to control your acid. Why do you need to control your acid? Why do you want to control? No reason. Just a prescribing pattern is like a proton pump inhibitor or something, and histamine which will reduce the acid secretion. Why do you want to prescribe? Nobody knows about this. Okay? So, you can advise a patient, get back to the doctor whether you need this medication or not, or you can advise the patient to take this medication when you are in a need. That means when there is a heartburn or excess acid secretion, only that time. So, how can you control the healthcare cost? They can take 2 days or 3 days once. If there is a heavy medication or NSAID prescribed along with that, then it is not going to help the patient. It may delay the absorption. It may delay so many therapeutic outcomes. So, healthcare cost is a burden. For example, how much the ranitidine cost in India? Each tablet, 35, right? If you compare this one with other countries, where GSK, the manufacturer is selling, it costs around 1,200 rupees for 10 tablets. So, what is the cost difference? Generic medicine is sold for 35 here, and is 3 rupees per script, and they are paying 1,200 rupees because of the 3 rupees availability of a 10 tablet which is being prescribed in each and every patient. So, the healthcare cost, even if it is minimized cost, they are taking an unnecessary medication without any indication. For example, these things will not be allowed to be spent from a pharmacy side if it is through a insurance. Okay. When there is an insurance, it will be incorporated with artificial intelligence. This is the diagnosis code and these are the medications covered. Unless until there is T or E is mentioned, that is mentioned, this proton pump inhibitor or anything related to acid secretion will not be going to cover. And what we need to do, we need to call for the insurance company to get approval. Still they will reject, but we need to add a diagnosis that T or E, even though the patient is not having here. Self-advocacy in patient education, if they are getting literate about the medication what they are taking, it will be helping for their needs and treatment. So the integration of clinical pharmacy to pharmaceutical certification may be alongside the realization of artificial intelligence care, advancement in healthcare. Okay? And we need this collaborative approach empower as the optimal medication management and personalized treatment plan ultimately enhance patient outcomes. As clinical pharmacists, the educators and found these students, let us embrace these innovations, advocate for their integration into practice, and continue to advance our knowledge and skills to deliver the highest standard of care to our patients. Together, we have opportunity to shape the future of pharmacotherapy and educate healthcare outcomes for all. Okay? Thank you. Any questions?
So if any delegate is having any doubt, please raise your hand.
You can ask any type of questions regarding our practice in pharmacy. As you met the person related to the field, you can ask any questions. We have to answer. So, what are the career opportunities available for pharmacy after your graduation? For that, you don't need to search a career opportunity. You need to develop your own skill based on your interest that will fulfill the career. You don't run behind the opportunity will come to you. For example, if you are very good expertise in therapeutic drug monitoring and with the pharmacy knowledge, then you will be having very good when you compare with the competitor elsewhere. And total parental nutrition is also a very specialized field, and then IV admixtures and the detection of poison in emergency care settings. Yeah, one word.
Good morning, sir. As you said that elevating healthcare outcomes, in healthcare outcomes we usually have three different kind of outcomes, right? So, like clinical outcomes, health outcomes, and these economic outcomes. We have discussed about these clinical and health outcomes. How artificial intelligence is going to improve economic outcomes of a patient, as AI is a little bit expensive than traditional methods. How it's going to impact that economic outcomes?
See, this AI will be a database for us as a reference. Okay? So, if we give all the decision making from our own reference, whatever the reference available, in order to reduce the economic burden, we can avoid the medications which are not intended for us. As I discussed with you, like proton pump inhibitor, for example. This is a healthcare burden for us. This proton pump inhibitor is taken by every one of us along with the prescription. I think you are a pharmacy student, right?
Yes, sir.
And which year you are in?
5-year pharmacy.
Internship.
Yes, sir.
So you have seen every prescription. I can say 95% of prescriptions.
Sir, I would say it's 99%.
Okay, almost every prescription. So actually, if it is in advanced country, every prescription is going to get rejected from the insurance company. Okay, so otherwise, unless you need to add a diagnosis, that means every patient of other category of disease will be classified along with GERD. So this is an unnecessary medication, and the prolonged use of proton pump inhibitor results in osteoporosis, right? This is proved. Once there is a known need of medicine, and this medicine is being widely prescribed, and this medicine is taken, and the patient becomes addicted for that medicine because they feel comfortable as soon as they take, and their acid level is secreted. I will ask one question: do you need acid in your stomach or no?
So, suppose we need it for
If
digestion.
acid is not there is no fermentation. Okay? There is no processing of food. There is no disinfection to take place. So, we need acid. What do you want to control? When it is in excess, if it is not in excess, why prescribe acid as your hand goes on prescribing? So, it becomes. I have encountered some physicians and asked the question. He cannot able to back up with evidence based on the publications or research, and he finally gave an answer. My HOD is prescribing, I am also prescribing. So this will be an ancestral practice. So it keeps on practicing, it will be passed to the next generation of physicians. So if you ask questions, then they will realize. Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I want to add one point with here. See, actually, what she asked, how economically benefited by use of AI. So, no. See, the other two parts you already know. So, the AI will give you the right predictions at the early stage. That is the first thing economically. So, that is health-wise as well as economically, the patient will get a early detection. So, the right diagnosis will be at the early stage will be very economical benefit is going to get. That is the one point. Second thing is, as Dr. Mokasam says, for the number of medications really need a combination of drugs treat for the disease. Even many places they are doing like a dose along with that they will be given. So, navitrazole, omeprazole, the dopamine whether it is treated really without needing their writing that. This kind of things will be number of medications, how possible the right decision right will be taken by the physician with the help of guideline of AI. May help you them to reduce the dose. And then the second thing is also that treatment period also AI will predict what is the drug availability needed at which stage. See, if they are prescribing for 10 days, the patient required by third day or fourth day itself, then your TDM says that the patient is not the level of treatment, no need a treatment, can put off the treatment. So this kind of beneficial economically you will get. So that is why the AI will predict how much drug need to be given, how long you need to be given. That is also will give you the economic benefits.
And sir, to the dopamine. So, pantoprazole is always combined with dopamine. Do you know the reason why it is combined? Anybody? Do you know the reason why the drugs are combined? Pantoprazole and dopamine. Anybody? Why it is combined? Why do you want to give pantoprazole and dopamine together? You know the reason? Actually, there is no reason. There is no reason why you want to combine both. If you want to give pantoprazole, it is going to control your acid. If you want to give dopamine, it can increase the motility and it can act centrally as an anti-emetic. Okay? It will be an anti-emetic. And you want to give something to control your acid, an anti-emetic. As per the diagnosis, it is not at all needed. You know what reason it is being prescribed or it is being combined together as a combination medicine? You know the real reason behind this? It is coming under price control. So if you sell pantoprazole, it is all the holes in our law. Then we need to close these holes. If you sell a pantoprazole, you need to sell it for 110 rupees and it is coming under price control. If you are going under price control, you need to perform all the monograph, analytical tests, everything based on the requirement of the pharmacopoeia. If you say that this drug is not pantoprazole, then what it is? It is pantoprazole and domperidone. Where is the analytical method? It is not exists. Okay. So the company person will hire a postgraduate analysis pharmacist, M.Pharm in analytical pharmacy, and he will place him develop a method. What method he will develop? He will develop a method of more highest standard than pharmacopoeia. If he is developing a method more high cost than a pharmacopoeia, next day he will be out of the company. Are you here to make profit for the company or going to close the company? So there is no ethical concern in saying this. So he will develop a method which will be very cheap and fast. He will put a bureau paper and he will measure within 10 rupees cost. He will finish the estimation method and this method will be encouraged from the qualified pharmacist, and nobody has questions to this, and it will be encouraged elsewhere because the pharmacist has signed this one. So this is the problem, that we are having a substandard drug which is not confessed as substandard drug.
One point I would like to furthermore. I think as Dr. Mohdasifullah says, the drug price control, I think everybody should know that many drugs, life saving drugs, long treatment drugs like statins, statins, atorvastatin and all. Do you know what is the price of statins? Huh? Any idea? Any statin you said. Any statin, if you are manufacturing as a single drug, you should not sell the drug more than 70 rupees. You go and check that the atorvastatin or rosuvastatin, any statin will be there. But statin coupled with aspirin or any other drugs, you can not come to another price control. The combination of drug, then you can design the fund. What is it? Sometimes, if you are drug price control says that when you are manufacturing a tablet, it's a well-known method, it's a generally followed method. If you are preparing, you should be under the price control. If novel idea, any methodology change or combination of drugs are available, it will come out from the drug price control. That the industry will give the price that they want. So this is the things happening. That is why many drugs, whether it is needed or not needed up to the particular patient, they not in the considerations. They will be given as a combination of drugs, just like that. The patient may have this. One example is, one day you wanted to reduce the acid secretion, pantoprazole they are giving. But really the patient has the emetic vomiting sensation, then only they need to prescribe pantoprazole and dopamine. But everybody goes, they will write as a pantoprazole or rabiprazole, omeprazole with dopamine. They will write. Now everybody is taking a pantoprazole and dopamine, whether it is really needed or not. Sometimes we saw the prescriptions. The prescription also nowadays, the multi-specialty hospitals or automated systems are linked to one. I think you can find that. So the prescription itself nowadays not written by the physician, it is all typed. Whatever the diagnosis, the diagnosis will be handed out to the junior physician. Junior physician will type. Then while typing itself, there will be corrected by the AI tools. Some now incorporation of AI tool, the tool will correct. You are writing the unnecessary to the particular diagnosis. Then the minimization may come. If you are left out, some conditions are, then the AI tools will suggest that you need to improve this condition to treat. So you are left out that medicine. That is all in the pipeline. It will come some multi-specialty hospitals. It's already available. This time.
For example, atenolol 25 milligram of atenolol is costing 50 rupees. What will be the atenolol 50 cost? If 25 milligram of atenolol costs 50 rupees, one strip. So what will be the cost of atenolol 50? It is less than 25 milligram. Because 25 milligram is available in the monogram, 50 milligram is not available in the monogram. This is the problem. Clopidogrel tablet. Clopidogrel, it costs you 110 rupees. Then clopidogrel A, how much it costs? Then 8 rupees. Why? For example, if you buy a computer, computer CPU costs you 12,000 rupees. If you buy CPU, monitor, mouse, keyboard, all these together, it will cost you 6,000 rupees. How logic it is? The active ingredient of the drug costs you, and the manufacturing cost is 110 rupees. How you are going to sell it for 38 rupees? So, the analytical matter varies. So, Propylate, the original track, propylene will be 110 rupees. When you add actually along with this one, it comes to 130, 38 rupees.
So regarding this, so we are having a conversation about the drug price control. So we all know these are things that are happening. So whether any regulatory work has been done in the background to control these type of things, because we all know these are things that happen.
Yes, yes. When you come to regulatory, if the papers are correct, the logical thing is different. If the papers are correct, even the DCGA cannot do it. The papers on his table is signed by the authorities who have to give the signature. The DCGA cannot do it. Whether he keep it 20 or keep signature.
Whether can we do anything like we know this combination is not required, why do I have that?
The entire system has to be changed. The system, complete system. You have to bring a law that combination medicines are not allowed. Except those combinations are not allowed. Then what they will say? Everything should be eradicated. Then they will bring with the person who is super specialty from that field. What happens to their conversation? How will they bring it? We don't know. So the super specialty person will come and say, I need paracetamol and this dose 30 milligrams along with in the same preparation. He will give a statement. What he will do? We are elsewhere. So this has to be with strict regulations. If you want to give this medication, give it alone, not in together, instead of combinations.
Thank you. Any further queries? So the feedback forms have been given to the delegates. Fill the feedback forms and hand over the filled feedback forms to the volunteers. The volunteers will be coming to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request Rajeev sir and Sudhir sir to come onto the dais to felicitate our speaker. I request Villa sir to come onto the dais for felicitation. I request Shashiman and Venkatesh sir to join the dais. Thank you all. So with this we have completed our sessions. I hope you have given the feedback forms. So a small announcement. So those who have registered for poster presentations, after the sessions, after completing the feedback filling, you can go to the scientific committee and you can have your presentations. And tea is arranged outside, you can have a tea. After that, we'll continue with the poster presentations. And after followed by lunch, we'll have the valedictory. And for participants who have come from outside, we are having a registration committee at the open auditorium. So please collect your participation certificates for the conference. Please submit your feedback forms before leaving the hall. And please contact the scientific committee for your poster presentations. And request the volunteers to be at the door so that they can give the feedback forms easily.